Billowing smoke and flames rise above the ashes in the building that housed Advanced Auto Parts and 2 other adjoining businesses. It started around 11:30 and took firefighters 45 minutes to control it. Authorities say Virginia Power was working on an electrical line when the high voltage wire apparently fell on the roof and started the blaze, sending workers into the street.
It's like a nightmare. Just seeing your second home go up in flames, I mean, it's very upsetting.
Upsetting, too, to the Chesapeake Fire Department because 2 of their own, the first to arrive, perished in the blaze as the roof collapsed.
Devastated right now, and we've got some counselors in that are going to do some in-scene counseling for them. Many of them are having a problem with this naturally. The first fire fatality that's involving direct firefight operations that I've been involved with in my 26 years in the department.
Authorities have not released the firefighters' names.
It was a tough situation to handle. Chesapeake firefighters had to be consoled after learning 2 of their own had died in the line of duty. A tragic loss that's difficult to accept.
Anytime you lose a fellow employee, firefighter, you know, you don't, it's hard to put into words what it really means.
Late this afternoon, as the investigation proceeded and firemen slowly began trying to pull themselves together, the mayor showed up to comfort the victims' families and their co-workers.
But it is a tragedy, and our sympathies go out to the families of the firemen who died in this accident, in this fire.
A chaplain here on the scene says he has spoken with more than 12 firefighters so far. He says they are shaken, confused, and sad. He says they're struggling to move on. Many were given on-site counseling in tents that were set up near the fire. It's a terrible experience that's having a devastating impact.
Just like any other death, they're hurt. You know, there's a lot of questions of why. Questions that pastors or chaplains or priests or anybody else couldn't answer. And they're just stunned.
The crews are shaken up, and they're kind of rallying together, and we'll rally around the families, the city will.
Tonight, the Chesapeake Fire Department is suffering an emotional ordeal after losing 2 members of their family. In Chesapeake, Greg Stoddard, WAVY News 10. It is a somber mood surrounding the remains of the burning inferno that apparently collapsed on 38-year-old Frank Young and 32-year-old John Hudgens, both killed fighting the blaze Monday. A Chesapeake fire dispatcher says the entire department is shaken.
And it was just a real hurt feeling. I mean, it's something we know might happen, but yet we don't expect it. So we're all real hurt.
The veteran firefighters died while attacking the flames at this auto parts store. After entering the building through a rear door, something went terribly wrong. Both bodies were pulled from the debris 2 hours later.
They risk their lives every time they go out, just like the policemen's. And I think they ought to be commended for it.
This morning, as investigators try to determine if a Virginia Power worker has any connection to the fire, nearby residents find themselves drawn to the scene of this tragedy. A community feels the pain.
I think everybody's hit. I think everybody in the entire Tidewater area will be hit, especially if wants to live, in Chesapeake. I think we're all hurt.
Late today, Chesapeake fire officials said that the preliminary results of their investigation indicated the Virginia Power worker accidentally started the fire.
Well, we feel pretty confident that it started in the rear with an accident that was involving a Virginia Power Company service person. We had a short in the electrical system in the rear of Advanced Auto Store. This started the fire within the plenum space between the roof and the interior ceiling.